Hi, everyone. This is Bobby Nicholson with actprep.com, and I'm going to share a little bit about how to use our Pays to Prep scholarship guide and the ROI calculator from FREOPP that we have included on our website. So to get to our website, it is actprep.com, very easy to remember. And to get to our scholarship guide, you just click on the College Resources tab in the top right-hand corner. The first guide you can see is our Pays to Prep Tennessee. And this is going to have our list of all of the Tennessee-specific scholarships. So the way we have designed this is to be very easy to use. You just find your student's ACT score and GPA on the left-hand column, and you can see these scholarships that they are eligible for at the different schools in Tennessee. So the first column is going to tell you the amount of the scholarship by itself. The next column is going to tell you the sticker price of the school per year. And then the next column is going to tell you the amount remaining per year for the family to pay with that scholarship. It tells you if it is guaranteed or not. If you are unfamiliar with what a guaranteed scholarship means, it means if you have the GPA and ACT score, you are guaranteed that scholarship as long as you get everything turned in on time. We also tell you if they do or do not accept the super scores. The last ACT accepted for scholarships. Many of these will have a deadline associated with them, but that is the last one that you can get in before the deadline. And then the last GPA accepted. A lot of families are unaware that schools will often accept an ACT score after the admissions date to allow you to continue to bump up your scholarship amounts, and same for the GPA requirement. And that is why we have included these two columns to help you know what the last possible ACT score that you can use to be able to jump that up. As with anything of this nature, it is always wise to reach out to the schools after you've decided that you want to go instead of just relying on this. We've had to make some concessions to be able to make this graph as easy to read as possible. But hopefully you find it as a useful tool to point you in the right direction of what is possible. On average, every point that you increase on the ACT is going to add $2,500 in scholarship money. So hopefully this chart will motivate you or your student to increase your ACT scores and maybe consider some schools that you are not currently considering. If you click on the expanded version where it says click here just above the chart, you can see the expanded version where we go more in depth about the school, about the scholarships, tuition, housing. We break down the sticker price for that institution. We also give you some useful numbers to decide if this would be a good school for you to go to, looking at the number of students who go there, acceptance rates, ACT scores, low and high, graduation rates, etc., all the way down to percent earning more than a high school diploma, etc. So just some facts that are useful for you to use in your college admissions search or college search. We do the same for out-of-state scholarships. So if you click on our Pays to Prep US in the top, you will see a very similar information for out-of-state scholarships, but we only focus on the guaranteed scholarships all across the nation. So as far as our ROI calculator goes, this is a tool from FREOPP, which is the Foundational Research for Equal Opportunity. They did a study of 30,000 majors across America and found out how much students who graduate from those schools with those majors are making on average after they graduate. So you can search by major, you can search by college, you can search by state, and find out how much students who graduate from those schools are making on average at these different institutions with these different majors. And this information all starts from College Scorecard, which is information where schools are required to survey their graduates to find out these numbers that they are using in these calculations to be able to continue to receive funding from the federal government. Then they use 3 other areas to be able to create these projections beyond age 28, which age 28 is right around when the College Scorecard is collecting their data from, or when they're requiring 10 years after the student starts their degree program when they do it. And then for the later numbers, the lifetime ROI, the earnings at age 45 are obviously coming from projections. And you can go into the details of how they came up with this. This is a very rigorous process, but with any projections, there are going to be some errors. But it is a useful tool to compare different programs to see schools that you might want to consider in your scholarship search, either outside or inside. I think one of the biggest mistakes that exceptional students make is that they don't consider harder schools because they are worried about going into debt, and debt at a school can be a really bad thing. But if it is worth it for the return on investment, it's just like any other investment that you would make. And the investment that you make in college, you can often make double what you would make for the exact same amount of work in school going to one school for a major as opposed to another. And we hope that you will use this tool as a means to consider what you would at least make from the financial standpoint from going to different schools in America or considering different majors. One of the scary things that the FREOPP study did find is that 1 out of every 4 majors in America had a negative return on investment, meaning that the student would have been better off had they simply gone straight into the workforce, not gone to college, instead of taking on that college debt and graduating from that school. So the numbers we've included on the website don't even include the opportunity cost for students that don't end up graduating, which is a high percentage of students. So it is important to know if you're thinking about choosing a major where you might end up being worse off because of the debt and the time that you invested into that program. And that is what this ROI calculator is designed to help you weigh on that calculus in your decision on that. So that's all that I'm going to share with you today. Hopefully you found this useful. If you are looking for ACT Prep, we would love to provide that for you. We have programs starting every month, and you can find out more on our website at actprep.com. Thanks so much.